Well, that was interesting. This entire time I have been giving you a reading and I wasn't even recording it. Um, my son keeps coming to the door and bothering me. Um, but I've been sitting here going over this reading and wasn't even recording it. Um, but I already have cleaned your cards and had went over everything. I have laid them out for you. This is actually a really interesting spread that I've done. Um, so let me go over it all over again, thanks to my son. I am using this deck. This is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. And I actually really like this deck. It's one of my favorite decks that I have. I use it often when people are having problems or kind of need some advice and need to know what's going on in their life. Seems to work really well for me because not only do you get like this book has like the meanings in it, so if I ever need to go over a card, I can refer to the book for the meaning of the card, or if you wanted to know the actual meaning of it, then it's right here in the book. But these cards are mainly meant for. Sorry if I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I'm just frustrated by my family right now, coming in the room and knocking on the door and distracting me, and I'm trying not to get distracted. So. Um, I will go over what these cards mean for you. I did decide to do a Celtic cross for you, and this is a 10 card spread. So, since I already went over the first time of what these cards mean, I'll go back over it again and show you what I had pulled out for you. If it's a little bit weird sounding, I am like in my bathroom. I'm trying to get away from my minions so I can have some privacy. Anyways, this is actually a spread to see if we can kind of get you some advice or go into a better direction. If I need to pull some cards to they're supporting cards basically. So say like maybe, I get this card and it doesn't really give me much to go off of, or I don't quite understand it, then I can pull another card and, you know, as many times as I need to be able to understand what's going on in the cards. So first of all, I'll explain to you what each card position is and what they mean. Um, this is the first card. This represents you. I really like this card. This is a good card. This second card is your crossing card, which represents what's wrong in your life at the moment. Um, this card right here, this is your past. This is your upcoming future, which I might want to add. In no way do tarot cards tell you the future. They are not actual psychic cards. They don't, I can't read the future. The future is never set in stone. And that's why cards are, really great because based on this, it'll let you know what the problem is going on. And they're kind of, they bring a lot of clarity and truth and guidance. And there is an outcome card, but it's never set in stone. So if you don't like the way this is going and you don't, like what you see, this basically says, hey, you have a choice. You can go this way or this way, and you can choose your future. But having the knowledge is always good. So that's why I really like these cards. So let's see. I went over you. This is your troubles, your troubles, your past, future. And this card up here represents your conscious. This is things that are bothering you now, things that are on your mind. Sorry if the color goes weird. I'm in my bathroom, so um, this is like your conscious things you think about, like problems that you know of. This is your subconscious. Come on, focus. Your subconscious. These are things that you may or may not know about. Usually things that are underneath the surface that you don't really know about. This I like this card because it's kind of like, oh well, I did not know that information. So this represents your subconscious. This card is the advice card. This is outside influences, which is things that are out of your control. Um, things that in your life that you have no control over, but they are affecting your life. This is your hopes and fears, and this is your outcome card. So let me see. I want to say when I originally put the cards out, when I thought I was recording for you, we had your first card reversed. This card was reversed. This one, um, this one, and this one. I don't do reversals, and this particular deck does not require reversals. So when they're upside down, that simply just means that to pay more attention to those cards. Um, so I will begin. Your first card is Victory and Success. And I'm going to read you the meaning of this card because this is actually a really good card. And considering your current situation, what you're going through, this card's telling you, like, yes, things are shitty and they're hard, but you're going in the right direction and you have the strength that you need to get through your hard period. Whatever this crossing card is, whatever the problem is, it's saying that this is you. You have the strength to get through whatever it is that you're going through, and don't lose that. So that's Victory and Success. And let me see, let me pull my book out. Let me see if I can find the card for you. This book can be a pain in the ass. I'm looking for 6 here. Okay. I'm going to read for you from the book so that you understand this card since it represents you. Ooh, it went sideways. Okay, good news is on the way. The qualities of this positive card are completion, victory, and success that often follow a difficult period. Many people around you are very proud to see how triumphantly you are, how you triumphantly came through it. They respect you and may even attempt to follow your example. You've worked hard and devoted much effort to get to this point in your life where you've become wiser and have grown in so many ways. Always remember to stop and pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. This card also reminds you to stay grounded. So it's telling you very importantly, stay grounded. Um, Remember where you came from and keep your ego in check. Don't lose who you really are. This victory can be used as a teaching tool for the future. Realize that if you came through this challenging time, you can achieve anything. That's a really good card to represent you in this reading for your situation. Now, your situation will come in here. Um, you got foundation and achievements. Now, considering that this is, a psychic tarot oracle deck, as a reader and being my cards, like this is one of my favorite decks, but most of the time the pictures look very simple, but when it's your deck, the things that you need to know, the way that you do the reading is the pictures show different things, and little things in the pictures will pop out and will help the reading. Your foundation achievements is your crossing card. This card is basically showing, like, there's the house, there's the family. It's broken. This is your problem. So I mean, you see the rainbow and everything. So normally this would be a positive card. So normally, if you have this card in your deck, not in your deck, in your spread, um, it's a positive card. However, this card came in as your crossing card, which means this card, this is a problem. Your foundation achievements is your problem. So you're having problems with your security, your stability, your foundation, all of that stuff you're having issues with. It's your home, your family, your home, all of this stuff. Right now, this is broken. So this is coming in as your problem and your crossing card. If we go to your your past, this was reversed. Hope. We have hope. And to me, I mean, if you see, like, this kind of looks like a man, and considering it could be anybody, but as I said, like the symbolism, we have like the light and the man, like somewhere along the line, somewhere in your past, one or both of you lost hope in the relationship. And that right there, this is basically what's telling you this is what got you here. So you lost hope. Somebody lost hope, and it's bringing you here. And that's why everything's kind of broken. But I'm going to read to you. I wasn't going to because initially, I mean, overall, that's what it's showing me. But to give you like the book definition of what the hope card is, I'm going to go ahead and read that for you. Because, I mean, it gives pretty good examples. But normally, sometimes it doesn't fit with the reading. So it kind of That's kind of interesting. I didn't even notice the people. I don't know if you can see the people on there. You see the people right in here? So someone, it's broken. This is a card that focuses on the qualities of hope, faith, healing, aspiration, success, and finally enlightenment. When this card appears, know that a special wish you've made may be fulfilled in time. The hope card will help show you that the impossible can indeed become the possible, the force that works through your soul, determining what. Sorry, I keep flipping around the phone. I can't get it to stop flipping around. The possible and the difference between success over failure, and above all, who we are, is the power of your belief. This card serves as a reminder to use your natural ability of intuition, the language of the soul, as you reach for your goals and desires. The future can be yours if you have hope and trust in everything you do. Soon others will be attracted and drawn to your inner light. Learn to share your experiences and lessons. For those around you will always realize that by having faith and pushing forward where one may have felt no hope at all is the key to success. Above all, maintaining a positive attitude starting right now, this very minute, will allow your soul to soar. You'll discover an opportunity to shine as you reach for the stars. So, I mean, that's your, I don't know if that, resonates with you at all, but this is your past. But usually your past, I mean, that's a positive card, but for me doing a reading, doing the Celtic cross, usually your past kind of gives you a good indication of what got you to your future and what got you to the now. This is in the now. So, these cards right here, this is all right now. This is what's happening right now. Okay, and we go to your immediate future, and we have truth. Interesting card. We got scales, balance. Good card. I'm going to read you that card actually. Usually I don't really read people the cards, so not read people the cards, but read people the book meaning. The qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, the revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness. At times, it takes a wake up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past, along with lessons that you've learned or still need to understand, must now be a top priority. Ooh. Oh, that's right. Priority. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept, and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that a significant change must be made in a certain area of your life. But don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alterations must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest of judgments. Whatever steps you take now will have far reaching consequences, more than you'll ever know. Using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. Be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true. It's an interesting card. That means basically what it means. Everything that you think, everything that's going on is going to come to light. You're going to understand everything. But, this card, being you, and then this card, all of these together, basically saying to ground yourself, to take time with the situation. There's going to be change coming up, but you need to balance it. So this is saying, like, you got to be careful with what's going on, considering it's your upcoming future. Be careful. Everything's going to come to the light, but don't make any hasty decisions. So that's a good card to have because you get to choose which direction you take. And there are going to be some changes. You're going to make some choices. You're not going to have a choice, but the truth is going to come to the light. Truth, light. Okay, we have your conscious. Recognition and reward. This was upside down. This is kind of like common sense kind of card. This is going on in your mind, and recognition and reward. If we look at the pictures, like this is you. Like you want that recognition. You want that. You want that love. You want not just the love, but you want to feel the love, and you want to feel wanted and important, and you're not getting that right now, and this is really troubling you. This is really on your mind a lot lately. It's really eating at you. You're alone, you're in your solitude, you feel really alone right now, and this card's acknowledging that and saying, like, this is basically, just another problem. Like you want your reward, and that just kind of brings you right back into the foundation of achievements. Like, your home's broken. So this isn't like unlikely to see that, you're not really getting what you need. You want this, you deserve this, and you know that. And so it's coming up in your conscious, like this is something you really think about a lot. And come back down to your subconscious. These are things that you're not quite aware of. This card, typically in the normal tarot represents the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I hate the Wheel of Fortune because the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like a wheel, it keeps turning and turning, and it's basically the unknown. I mean, there's destiny, so that could be a confusing card. It's your subconscious, but I mean, like, if you look at the picture, I'm trying to get it right. I mean, it's you. You're going through so many different things right now, so many different things. But I think I'm gonna draw another card on this and figure out, what's going on. What's going on with this card? All right, we got suffering and silence with this. So I mean, we got the Wheel of Fortune, we got destiny, we got suffering and silence. Destiny doesn't mean that this is your destiny. It's just destiny's the Wheel of Fortune. The wheels turn. You don't quite know what's going on. It's kind of a complicated card unless you kind of have something to go with it. And this is suffering in silence. So, I mean, this is confirming. I mean, these cards basically for me are over and over again confirming you're having problems in your home, and it's really, really affecting you in every single way possible. Your home, your relationship is literally it's tearing you apart. You're suffering in silence. This is self-explanatory, and so this is like, your subconscious and what's, going on behind you. I'm going to draw another card on this, and this is accelerated motion. Good card to have. This card tells me that you're going in the right direction. So even though you're suffering and, you want this love, and, the truth's going to come out in the future, having problems at the home, you guys have lost hope. This is telling me that you are making the right choices. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Don't listen to anybody else. The advice, like, what you're doing, and this card's going to bring you to the light. So that's interesting. It's actually a very good card to have. This tells me you're actually a lot stronger than you think you are. You may be suffering right now, and it may be really hard, emotionally, mentally, physically, but you're going to be okay. You're going to do good. All right, we have in your advice card, spiritual union. Now, this is usually like, sorry, regular tarot. You got the two, so it's the couple. Spiritual union, you got the two. Usually in regular tarot, it's the Two of Cups. Let me go into the book so I can read that to you, because I know, your relationship's kind of an issue at the moment. God, this book pisses me off. I rarely, if ever, go through my book for the meanings. But since I want you to kind of understand, this is an advice card. So this is the card. This card is literally giving you advice. Okay. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new lovers, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates, or partners. It could even relate to a project or specific, okay, or specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realize that all relationships are really about you. Notice when you interact with different people sorry, I have to change. In your life, are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. Relationships are mirror images of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself, and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for soul growth. Okay. So, pretty self-explanatory. This card's your advice card is basically telling you, learn from this relationship. I love this card. I'm trying to get the light right. And Why did I just get so, I got a little block. I think I heard my door opening. It threw me off. I'm trying to go back. Let me go back. Oh, wait, no. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Well, it's basically still confirming. So read the definition. I wish this would just stay upright. And it's basically saying, are you getting what you need from your relationship? Is there a balance? Is it equal? If not, you know, there's you. You know, you need that spiritual union, but it's letting you know about your relationship. I read the card for you, and so it's kind of self-explanatory. Your outside influences. When I drew these cards out, when I initially laid them out, they were reversed. This one was reversed, which is power. Don't like that one. If this was to be, oops, if this was to be, say, like, you know, if we had the power card as the U card, then that would be a good thing. However, your outside influences, this is the power card, and this represents usually strength. Um, and so your outside influences, what's troubling you and what's causing the problem, things that are out of your control, is power. And you have somebody, see what's kind of two-faced? You have somebody who's basically manipulating you. This is a person who's trying to keep power over you. This is things that are out of your control. It's causing a problem. This is what is breaking you down. This is a person. This person right here is the one that's hurting you. This is the person that's keeping you bound up right here. This is the person who's not giving you your recognition and reward. This is the person who's going to see the truth. This is who you're dealing with when you're, you know, suffering and you're going through these issues. This is who you lost hope with. This person right here. So this is your outside influences, things that are out of your control. So I hope that makes sense. Your hopes and fears are financial material changes. I don't know if you can see this card. So your hopes and fears are basically, you're going to have some changes coming up. That shows right here. You're going to have some changes coming up. And your hopes and fears is kind of like, you know, they're all broken up. And you don't know, you know, it's kind of like, you know, fear. It's in your hopes and fears. So you don't know, and you're kind of nervous and you're worried, like, can you do this? Are you going to be able to have, you know, the money? And then on the flip side of it, you know, since hopes and fears, you're kind of hoping, like, you have the positivity and, you know, you have the financial material changes. You're going to have enough. And then, you know, it's kind of like this card's kind of like flip-floppy for you. It's like you can go either way. You can go with your hopes or your fears regarding this. You don't want you don't want it to affect, you know, who is playing music out there? It's gonna piss me off. You don't want it to affect you negatively. You don't want to have any of the changes here come out financially or materially. You know, whether it is regards to you or your son. The rings pop out at me. Uh, you know, like, this is not like, you know, left hand. This is actually right hand. But considering there's two, usually rings are some kind of commitment. So there's going to be a break in that. You know, there's going to be a break in commitment. And your hopes and fears are going to lie in changes in your financial situation. And this could be a good thing. This could be, that, you know, you're hoping that things will go good if you do happen. And I think this is coming up kind of flip-floppy because you haven't really made a decision yet of what you want to do. And I think that you kind of have, like, the way that this spread is laid out, it's kind of like, like you kind of want to leave and you kind of want to fix this, but at the same time you want to get away from this, but at the same time you want to fix it and you want to stay, if that makes sense to you. So this card right here, your hopes and fears, is kind of flip-flopping for me. It's like you kind of don't know what to do. You're a little bit scared, of the changes that are going to be made or could be made, whether it be living situation, money, or you could be hoping there'll be a good and positive change for you. Um, so those are coming in as your hopes and fears. Now your outcome regarding all of these cards is going to be emotional loss. Okay, now I understand that this looks bad. This is a green border, which is an emotion card. These are your emotions. So your outcome, your overall outcome is emotional loss. Um, and you know, since it's your outcome card, I want to read you the definition of emotional loss in that card. Because I mean, that one's also kind of pretty self-explanatory. I just want you to have, you know, the book reading and everything. The number 5 emotions card comes forth at a time when you may be experiencing or grieving a loss of someone or something you were emotionally attached to. Honor your feelings. Only by healing and loving yourself, by letting go of the past, can you continue your journey. So, let's see. There's a little bit more. The suffering associated with this loss delivers profound wisdom and knowledge. Gosh, go up right. Wisdom and knowledge for your soul. Your unique gifts, talents, and abilities, as well as your joy and sorrow, will not only make up who you really are, but better yet, who you will become. The painful experiences of life are equally as valuable as the joyous ones. Focus all your positive energy on the good in your life and what you're grateful for. Use your healing energy in this way and try not to focus on what you've lost, for new beginnings and happiness are just around the corner. So I understand that this looks scary, emotional loss. This is actually good. This tells me that your outcome card, you make up your mind. At some point, you know, with this reading, this is all current, this is all right now, you make up your mind. Your outcome is basically this is going to come to an end, and you know you're going to feel some loss, you're going to feel some pain, but it's not the end. This is a good card to have. I'm going to draw a couple of supporting cards for that so we can kind of see where you're headed in your outcome. Interesting. We'll draw two more. All right. So hold some more because oops, we got your outcome card being the emotional loss. So we know that the relationship's going to end based on these cards. And for you, it's going to be a positive change, but you're going to go through a lot. It's going to hurt. Um, that's going to come in here. We got conflict and defeat. So, I mean, self explanatory conflict. You got conflict, you have defeat. This doesn't always mean that the defeat comes, you know, to you. This just means you're going to have some conflict. You know, the emotional loss, it's just kind of playing together. It means what is it called? Not supporting, but confirming conflict and defeat. This is what's going on. This is your ending. We got your third eye chakra. We actually